What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sota Pod YouTube channel. Right for puck drop here, ladies and gentlemen, as the final semi-final game is upon us. Czech Republic, USA, and they just said on the broadcast 20 years ago today, Czechs beat the Americans in friggin' North Dakota. Close to our stomping grounds here in the Midwest. Can they do it again here today? We shall see. This should be an awesome game. If you're a fan of the Americans, do not count out the Czechs. This shouldn't be too much of a nail-biter like the Sweden and Finland game, but they are a pesky team, man. They're a pesky team. They're talented. They're big. They're fast. Their goalie's good. They've just been as undisciplined as Canada throughout this tournament. I think that will bite them in the ass. Anyways, puck is dropped. We'll get back to the play-by-play. 19:08 on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for joining. I appreciate you all. We'll get back to the comments here in a moment. If you're watching on Twitter, if you're watching on Facebook, get your ass over to YouTube so that you can join us in the live chat here. All right. Discipline. Discipline from both teams is the key here, and the Americans already take a penalty. Ryan Leonard taking the penalty. You know what? I will say that's karma. Because he's been looking like he's been playing soccer for Manchester United, flinging his head back whenever someone hits him. So this is just karma for Leonard, who has embellished more than anybody that I've seen in this tournament thus far. However, it has not been called for it at all in this tournament thus far. So I'm going to call that karma for the Americans here. By the way, I don't have a stake in this race at all. I bet on the Americans to win, so I guess I'm kind of hoping for them to win, but I'd be totally down with the underdogs in the Czechs beating them as well. Face off to the right of the American goaltender. Augustine, I imagine's in net for this one. And great job by the USA for clearing this one. Again, I'll get back to the chat here in a sec, guys. I literally just finished dinner and then hopped on stream here, so I just want to share this on social media as well. 18:40 on the clock. And here come the Czechs behind the net, around top of the circle, back to the blue line, right side, back to the blue line. Left side, top of the circle, shot, and that goes right to Augustine. Great save, great save, great save. Hey, what's up, McDavid is Stinky, hoping the Czechs beat the living hell out of the USA. What's up, Hockey from Home? I love Ryan Leonard, but my God, he needs discipline and to stop freaking flinging his head back like he plays soccer, because it's really annoying. USA, what's up, Scott? Good to see you. Tommy, Finland. What a great game by the Finns. What's up, Mateo? Good to see you. Well, let's see who faces Finland in the gold medal game. Exactly. And I'm excited for this one, guys. Two absolute banger semifinal games here today. What's up, Gun Tone Granny? Great to see you as well. And the Czechs still have it shot. That doesn't get through traffic, but back to the blue line, and the Czechs in the shooting lane. That goes wide. Left side, nice block by the Americans. Czechs on the right side. They're still shooting this one, and one-timer top of the circle. Another save by Augustine, and that one trickles out of the zone. Great PK so far by Team USA. Great to see, great to see. Here come the Czechs. 57 seconds on the clock. Do they got another rush in them? I wonder who the Canadian fans in attendance are rooting for here. The States or the Czechs? I mean, tough for them here. And a sharp angle shot, and that goes wide. Who do you guys think you are? The Finns? You ain't got them sharp angle shots. The Finns had two great sharp angle shots in that last fight. However, one of them was called back. And this puck goes the length of the ice. 28 seconds remain in this power play for the Czechs. Early power play for the Czechs here. Nice job getting through over the blue line. Americans, great job checking the Czechia player up against the right side, sending this puck down low. Huge pass from the goalie, though. Wow, right through the neutral zone, able to ring it around the boards as the Czechs are making a change. 7 seconds on the clock. The Americans have it. Are they going to hold on to it the final 3 seconds? Hit off the boards. American making their final change, and this goes the length of the ice. No, up and out of play. And that's going to do it for, I think, how many more seconds are there on this? I think there's a couple seconds left on the power play. Nothing of note, though. Nothing that's going to be any sort of challenge for the Americans here. Like I said, I'll get right back to the chat here in a moment, guys. When is the finals? Tomorrow, McDavid. Tomorrow. Bronze medal game first, gold medal game right after. Same times, I believe. I mean, this is a wild channel, so USA, Finland is probably the best. Fine. I could care less about that. I just want to see good hockey. But yes. See, this is why Mateo's our editor, ladies and gentlemen. Editor and mod, because he's thinking ahead. He's already like, all right, I got content brewing for the boys here. For me, I got money on the Americans, but if the Czechs win, then hey, we got a sweet storyline with the underdogs. Yep. Same time as yesterday, or same time as today. Or we're waiting for the face-off here. And the draw won by the Czechs. The Czechs going to hold it in. Nice cross-check by the Americans. Totally legal cross-check, I just want to say, because the IIHF, they've been calling some bullshit, as they do throughout this tournament, but it's all good. It's all good. A nice goal by the Americans. Gabe Perreault. Let's go, baby. Just like that. They kill off the penalty. Have a rush. And they score early. That's what you want to see. 1-0 USA. The World Junior Championship has been an absolute banger this year. One of the best in recent years, to be honest, Mateo. And that's coming from a guy from Canada, okay? It's coming from the resident Canadian. And this World Juniors has been nothing short of spectacular, with Latvia as a storyline, Germany playing good games. Hell, I think the best game of the tournament was Slovakia-Switzerland, personally. So it's going to be awesome. Hoping the Czechs win gold would be a huge underdog story. Oh, and right through the pad there. That was sick. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Guys, let's set the like goal at 20 likes. We're setting the like goal 20 likes. So smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Let's go. Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. And we'll go over the box score and stats between every period, guys, or if the chat's not buzzing too much and we have like a pretty long whistle. Anyways, I'll get a poll question fired up in a couple minutes here, guys, probably at the first TV timeout, but I want to get back to the live chat here. So, guys, feel free to comment. It's a comment-driven live stream. Love to see your guys' reaction. And a nice save by the Americans. Already some pushing and shoving. You know what was interesting about the last game, guys? There wasn't a lot of animosity. Like, there wasn't a lot of pushing and shoving. Yeah, there were some tripping penalties and things like that throughout the game. But, like, no stupid penalties by Sweden or Finland, right? And there wasn't even much extracurriculars after the whistles either. So it was actually a really interesting game. It was a really interesting game. Super high level, to be honest. And based on how the Finns are playing in the third period, I cannot believe they came back and won that one. But it was such a beautiful goal at the end there. The Americans win the faceoff. The Czechs pick their pocket but lose possession. And Czechia up the right side. Czechia battling in the corner. Trying to get it back to the blue line. And they do. Shot and ooh! Nice right pad save by Augustine. And the Americans get that back. 15:36 on the clock. And a nice save by Czechia. So, yeah, Mikhail Hrabral, he's been pretty good throughout this tournament thus far for the Czechs. Again, I honestly thought the Czechs could have beaten Sweden. They looked just as good. They looked like they definitely could hang with them. And not only that, but like maybe beat them. They just shot themselves in the foot that game. How many penalties was it? Mateo? Nine or 10 penalties the freaking Czechs took in that game. I think like 5 or 6 in the third period, only down by like, I think they cut the lead to 2 at one point, and then 3, and it's like, you're not going to be able to crawl out of that hole. So that one, that was just their biggest anchor. So if they can remain disciplined in this one and force the Americans to be on the PK more than not, then they definitely have a good chance, and a nice save there by Hrabal. Do you guys like these Czechs jerseys more than the one with just like the lion crest? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Man, look at Augustine's friggin' international career. That's amazing. 20-4. 2.2 goals against average, 91 save percentage. That's incredible. Detroit got a good one. Americans have it. Around the net. Looking for someone on that right side. Gabe Perreault. Shot through center, and the Czechs clog that shooting lane and they get it, trying to get it out of their zone. But the Americans keep it in, bouncing puck in the slot. One thing I will say about the Czechs too, another critique I have for them from that Sweden game is they have to have big bodies in front of the net. And there was a tip opportunity by the States, missed there. Cross ice, but they have to have at least one of their big bodies in front of the net, because there were times against Sweden when they were both like next to the goalpost, and it's like, what are you doing? You're allowing these guys to straight up get the puck in front of the net, and you're leaving your goalie hung out to dry. Rebels a beast. US will need special teams and breakaways to beat him, because 5v5 goals will be in short supply. Indeed, like I've really liked his tournament thus far, his performance this tournament thus far, and the Czechs bring it into the American zone. Battling on the right side. Puck bounces up into the neutral zone. Brody Ziemer tried to get it for the Americans. Let it slip away. And Czech goaltender helping out his team there. Giving him the puck. And the Czechs are going to send it deep. And some nice speed by... Who's that? Number 14 for the Czechs. Unable to get the puck back. But they're battling. And here come the States. 2-on-2 through the neutral zone. Oliver Moore, Brody Ziemer. That line has actually been awesome throughout this tournament. And all right, we're going to have our first TV timeout of the game. The Americans already up 1. Guys, smash that like button if you haven't already. Appreciate you guys for watching. And if you are tuning in on Twitter, if you're tuning in on Facebook, consider coming over to YouTube. That's where our chat is buzzing. And we're going to have a poll question up here in a moment. So, guys, in our last game, well before the game was done, I said who's going to win gold, and Finland led the poll throughout the entire game. USA was number 2, followed by Sweden, followed by Czechia. So we know Sweden ain't winning gold now. So I think I'm just going to put that same poll question up. We'll just take one team out. Finland is probably the worst matchup for the Americans, though, right? So if the Americans do win this one, they're going to have... Well, I think it's going to be a lot like the other game, although maybe Finland has made some adjustments. We shall see. But that was like, the Americans played very good against them. Don't get me wrong. But like, that's just a tough stylistic matchup for them. Whereas the Czechs are kind of like Finland light. I would say, like, overall, like, as far as puck movers, I don't know. I guess the Finns still have them in that regard here, but coming into this tournament, I didn't think the Finns had as much depth as they've had in years past. And the Czechs, I'd say, like, not any more, not any less than in years past. So Czechs have always been a sneaky team, man. They've always been a sneaky team. All right. In the Czech zone here, battling on that right side. Czechs trying to get it out over the blue line, and they do, battling at center, and the Americans send it back in, up and around the net, and great forecheck by the Americans. Great job by Ziemer, as he's able to pick the pocket of the Czechs. And the Americans, they just have the speed advantage right now, guys. You can see it. Just like fast twitch movement, too, when they're skating, compared to the Czechs right now, who just seem a little tad behind. All right, poll question is up, guys. Who wins gold? Smash that like button if you haven't already. Utah prospect almost took UMass to the Frozen Four last year till they ran into Denver. It is cool seeing a Czech goalie playing college. And he's had really good numbers in college, too. Left side here. Czechs, they send it in. 12:52 on the clock. 12:45. Sikora picks the pocket of the American and sends it right back up the right side. Trying to throw the body around was USA, and checks in the slot. Shoot! And that's going to hit somebody's stick. It goes up and out of play. 12:35 on the clock, and Cole Eisenman already lipping off Sikora. Oh, it's going to be a long night. I will say this, man. The Americans are friggin'... I don't know what the word is. They got some edge to them. They got an edge to them. And I know Cole Eisenman likes to yap. But he's been yapping all tournament at everyone. It's good to see Sikora back, though, because Took a pretty bad hit. They're showing it right now in the Canada game. 12:35 on the clock in this first period. Face off to the left of Trey Augustine. Booing Sikora is diabolical. Dude, these fans here, like, they're just hate watching this game. Like, they bought these tickets and they're like, well, fuck, Canada's not here, so I'm going to come here and just get drunk and hate watch. Because I can't imagine any Canadian watching wants the Americans to win, like, live. And I don't think that any of them want the Czechs to win either, because the Czechs beat Canada. So, like, this is a very weird situation for some of these savage hockey fans there in Ontario. 12:14 on the clock. And the Czechs get that puck back in the zone, but that's going to be icing. And only 5 shots in the game thus far, ladies and gentlemen. 3 for Czechia, 2 for the United States. We got a face-off. The Czechs coach, man, just seems like cool as a cucumber the whole time. Oh, and some nice dekes there by the Americans. Don't get it through, but on the rebound or just getting the loose puck, the Americans get another shot. That goes up and to the left. The Americans have in the corner, trying to find a centering pass here, and a nice save by Rabo. Just trying to poke that one through. It was Ryan Leonard. So yeah, bronze medal game in Grand Forks was the last time the Czechs beat the Americans. Oh my God, it's Ladislav Schmid. What? Let's fucking go. He's the assistant coach. Always loved Schmid. Poor guy, played on some horrendous Edmonton Oilers teams. Always loved watching Schmid, man. Wow, that's crazy. I remember him trolling Ryan Nugent-Hopkins when they lost in the quarterfinals back in, I believe it was 2011, 2012. Here comes the Czechs. Right side. Shot. Oh, look for a dirty tip there, but unable to get it. We're the Czechs. But still in the corner, here's Czechia. Nice little pass, but the Americans, solid defense, and they get the puck back. Chipping that to center here is USA. Unable to get it over the blue line cleanly, and the Czechs knock it back. And with speed come the Americans. Czechs have to make a quick decision. They passed it back, and the Americans got the turnover. Nice cross-crease pass there. Bouncing puck, though, and the Americans are unable to hit that clean. Right side, USA. Trying to go cross-crease again, but great checking there by Czechia. I mean, again, against Sweden, they were not clearing the crease enough. At least they have a big body there in this one. Shots 3-3 now, 11 on the clock, and the Czechs want to change. They send this deep into the American zone. Turnover by Buyam. One-timer, blue line. Augustine got a piece of that, and that goes up and out of play. See, Buyam is so nasty. Yes, giving up the puck there was a beautiful thing, Mateo. Beautiful thing. What's up, Liam? Good to see you. Nasty turnover indeed. Yeah, just shooting tips. What's up, Spence? Caps prospects are killing it in the tournament. Sikora, Leonard, Hudson, and that dude from Latvia, Matejko. Yo, shout out to the Capitals prospects. Love me some Washington. Well. What's up, Stoho? Good to see you. 10:36 on the clock. And the Czech shots. Score! What a goal by Stancil in his 3rd tournament here. Unbelievable. And we got a game, ladies and gentlemen. We got a game. All I saw was the dirty turnover. Oh my God, what a goal. Up the boards again. He did the Zeev Buyam, Mateo. He did the Zeev Buyam there. He turned it over up against the boards. Bouncing puck, and you'll take it. Oh, not even bouncing puck. That was just right over the glove of Augustine. I don't even think that was tipped. Beautiful shot there. Let's see who wins. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, dude, you can't count out the Czechs. They've been very, very good this tournament. Like I said, the only reason I think that they dug themselves a hole against Sweden was because of them being undisciplined. So far, they haven't taken a penalty yet. I probably just jinxed it. Is that what we're going to call it now? The turnover up against the boards is the Zeev Buya. Stansel's having one hell of a tournament. Dude, so good. So good. So Gabe Perreault from Ryan Leonard and Aram Minitian? Sorry, I don't know how to say his last name. And Jacob Stansel, unassisted, ladies and gentlemen. Unassisted. 10 minutes on the clock. What does he have? 6 goals, 9 points in the tournament thus far. Really cool to see him doing well with the Kelowna Rockets this year, too. 11 goals, 32 points in 26 games. 9:58. Oh, Canada. 9:52. I mean, this is the battle of the teams who took down Canada. Blues prospect, F my life. That's true. That's true. And the Czechs send this in. Augustine wanted to cover, and the U.S. says nope. 9:32. And the Americans send this in deep. They have it in the corner. Plant centers it to no one, and that goes back into the neutral zone. The Americans are going to have to reset, and they do quickly here. The Americans still have the speed advantage on the Czechs, guys. They still have the speed advantage on the Czechs, but yeah, this is oh man, already this is making out to be an unbelievable game. Icing call on the Americans here. Probably need to watch the final tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be live for the bronze medal game and the gold medal game tomorrow, guys. So we will be seeing these two teams play again. But who's playing for gold? Who's playing for bronze? That is the question. We know Finland's already stamped their ticket there. Is it going to be the rematch with the United States? I mean, that was one of the best games in the tournament. Or are the Czechs going to upset everybody here? And a shot after winning the faceoffs by the Czechs, and that goes up off the stick of Plant and out of play. Wow, the Czechs have struck back indeed, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to a little TV timeout right now. Vote in the poll question, guys. Vote in the poll question. Who wins gold? Who wins gold? The Czechs, the Americans, or Finland? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Yeah, shots 5 for Czechia, 4 for the Americans. Americans winning the face-off 9-6. But that last face-off win for Czechia was a little bit dangerous as they got that shot off right away. Trey Augustine being tested early. Yo, what's up, dude? Sorry I didn't catch the end of the show. That was wild. Not weird. Wild. How you doing, buddy? USA just got scored on. They opened up the scoring early in this game, Mr. Skatesman, and now the Czechs just tied it up as we're in our second TV timeout here. Fun Police had to shut it down. I mean, the Andy Wang calls are always fun. I look forward to seeing Andy Wang call into our community's shows. But that was about it for me. I'm honestly I'm glad to be out of the loop. I don't know what the fuck that was, and I'm glad. I'm glad. That's all I'm gonna say. Just keep that Wiggles guy off of the stream. I don't want to talk your care. I'm just here to support you. Oh, thank you. 8 minutes and 42 on the clock. I imagine you even though you don't care about hockey, you probably want the Americans to win, though. Skatesman is a beaut. That he is. 8 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock here. And the Americans fighting to get that puck over the blue line, and they do. And the Czechs bring it up. USA. I got $10 on the USA winning the whole tournament. So let's go, Idaho Skates, man. Now that Canada's out of it, fuck it. As a hockey fan, it would be cool to see the Czechs win because they are out of the last remaining teams. They are the underdogs, and the Czechs and the Americans. Wow, was that Ryan Leonard again? He's done that a few times this tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Carve right into the crease. This won't be the first. This won't be the first. This won't be the last. Or this isn't the first, and it won't be the last time that we see that from Ryan Leonard in this game, in this tournament. But yeah, it would be cool to see the Czechs, them being the underdogs, take the whole tournament. And Idaho Skatesman, the last time the Czechs beat the Americans 20 years ago in Grand Forks. 7:25 left in the first period. That was for the bronze. Oh, what kind of line did you get on the UFC? Or sorry, UFC, jeez, is this UFC? USA to win it all. I forget off the top of my head what the line was, but I'd win $70. So I placed $10 and I'd win 70. Or 75. I put $10 down, I'd win 75. So you do the math. So we're keeping our fingers crossed for that. We're keeping our fingers crossed for that. Or maybe it was 65. I'll have to double check. I'm pretty sure it was 75 though. I'm getting confused with I placed some early. Look at me. I placed some early UFC bets. So I might be getting them mixed up here. Because I just don't bet often. So it all just kind of was I did all in the same day. I don't like math. How's it going, Patty the Fatty? 6 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock. The Americans up the right side, battling in the corner here. Americans still have it. They send it behind the net. 6:44. But this is when Canada was. This was like I think like 2 weeks prior to the tournament, and a shot on net and a great save by Hravo. And there's the Czechs pushing the Americans, pushing them around a little bit, getting them out of the crease. But yeah, I got the line before. Obviously, like a little bit before the tournament started. As soon as Canada was eliminated, I'm pretty sure that like there just wasn't good odds, and I'm pretty sure that the favorites now. I haven't checked, or maybe they were like the beginning of the day. I'm not. I don't remember. I haven't checked today, to be honest. But I'd imagine them or Sweden were the favorites this morning. Now probably Finland. 6:34 on the clock. Face off to the right of Hrabo. And they can't get this draw right again. They're going to do it one more time. We got Oliver Moore's line out there. Zeev Buyam on the back end. Minnesota Wild prospect. A couple Gophers on the ice as well. And Brody Zeemer tries to tuck it in that right side. Man, he's had such an incredible tournament for his first World Junior showing. And Oliver Moore has it on the left side. Shout out to the Minnesota Golden Gophers line, baby. Hoppy and I and Joe Smith actually sat down with Brody Zeemer as well as Oliver Moore and Matthew Wood, who probably should have been on the fucking Canadian team, but Hockey Canada's fucked in the head. But anyway, 6:06 on the clock, and here comes Moore with a shot. Doesn't get through. Loose in the corner, and the Czechs. Dangerous pass there to the slot. A shot, and getting a piece of that was Hrabo, and that goes up, but not out of play. The Americans still have it. Nice little backhand feed, but nobody there to take it. 5 minutes and 43 seconds on the clock. And both teams changing as the Czechs slow things down. Straight up, everybody just changed on the ice. Every single player. and the Czechs just waited for it. Some good etiquette there through the neutral zone. Czechs send it down. Americans get it back. And here come the Czechs again. They dump it. Don't chase. USA sends it up the left side. And the Czechs holding the line. Here comes Czechia. They dump it. This goes around the left side. Good checks here by the Czechs. Here come the Americans. There's that just little bit of speed advantage, right? Little bit of speed advantage. They're able to carry the puck in a little bit easier than the Czechs. And here comes the Americans. Nice center feed, but that goes left and wide. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Here come the Czechs. 2-on-2. Tried to get the centering pass, but a great stick by the Americans. Hudson sends that down the length of the ice into the Czech zone. Good pressure here by USA. But the Czechs over the blue line again. And a sharp angle shot by the Czechs. Who do you think you are, Finland? And see, the Americans have been doing a great job passing. If that was a US player, they probably would have had the drop pass, which would have been a lot more dangerous than just that sharp angle shot. But again, it happened twice for the Finns. One of the goals was waved off, clear offside. And then that last one, which I cannot believe, bro. I cannot believe what happened. Like, 37 seconds left in overtime. Both teams take penalties in overtime. Finland kills off their penalty. Some more 5-on-5 action. Sweden just still kicking their ass, peppering them with shots, beating them everywhere like they did in the third period. It was just such a crazy game, guys, because the first 10 minutes of the first period, all Finland. Second half, all Sweden. Second period, all Finland. They had 20 shots on net in the second period, and we're up going into the third. Sweden ties it. I mean, they did everything but score until they did. I think they got like 13 or 15. It was either 13 or 15 shots. It wasn't 14. In the third period, they go to overtime. Sweden still out shooting them. Finland kills a penalty, finally touches the puck. Sweden a little undisciplined, and 37 seconds left. What a sharp angle shot by the Finns to secure their gold medal game appearance. And the Czechs win the faceoff. US get it back in the corner. Holding the line again are the Czechs. Here comes Nelson, but he gets checked on the boards, and nice little move by Czechia to try to send it behind the net, but it didn't go behind the net. And here goes Brody Ziemer. Can't set anything up, though. And here come the Czechs again over the blue line, fighting for it at center. Well, I guess, sorry, fighting for it in the slot. And here come the Czechs. Backhand shot. Great stick by the Americans, pushing him away. The Czechs keep the line, though. And they're just trying to poke that ahead, but the Americans sandwich him at the blue line. 3 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock. Nelson on the left side. Nelson tried to fight Cole Eiserman, but that puck was lifted a little too high and put down by the Czechs, and the Czechs bring the puck back into the American zone. USA unable to gain the zone easily, and right back to the Czechs. And the Czechs, a little bit of a odd man rush there. Tried to poke it between the pads of Augustine, but Augustine tracked that perfectly and was able to smother it early. Oh my God, dude. Look at these signs. How's your knee? With Peter Griffin holding his knee? Savage. That's plus 650. Okay, yeah. It was like, I thought it was 500 or 600 something. I also placed a... I'll check after. Thank you. Oh, no, all good. And I forget, Sweden was a little bit less. They were like plus 400 something. Canada, it might have even been a little bit less. But anyways. That is a savage sign, but hilarious. So that's what I was saying, dude. The Canadian fans here, they just hate watching this game because the Canadians aren't rooting for the Americans. I'll tell you that much. I might be the only one because I have some money on them. And they're sure as hell not rooting for the Czechs there. 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Americans dump that puck into the Czech zone. Honestly, this was pretty easy math. I should have A, remembered it, and B, been able to do that. But like Idaho skates, man. I do not like Bath. And the Czechs hold the line. Left side. Shot. That gets through. And a great save by Augustine. Gabe Perreault tried to find his man cross ice, but the Czechs break that up. Czechs unable to get through the neutral zone. And the Czechs, one of the Czech players blows the tire, leaving his... Oh my God, what a save by Hrabal! Oh my God, one of the Czech players blows a tire, giving the American a clear path to the goaltender. What a save! What a save! I love the Peter Griffin meme. I pulled that move in a roller game once upon a time. Coach was pissed and laughed about it after a game. That was me after that mountain bike crash. And the Americans are going to take another penalty. Roughing. What a save, dude. What a save. Look at this. So blowing the tire there. Behind the plate. Dirty backhand, but no, there's the pad save, motherfucker. Oh my goodness, what a save. What a save. Oh, wait. Wait, who's getting the penalty? It looks like the Czechs should be getting the penalty. It looks like Zidlicki should be getting the penalty, not the Americans. Okay, I was just going to say, there's no way. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. TSN, like, they were showing the camera on the American player, and I was like, what? All right, so the Americans on the power play here. 1 minute and 22 seconds on the clock, so they will start the second period up a man as well. How's your weekend going, Patty the Fatty? Good to see you. Blue line or right side. Back to Buyam. Drop pass, tough angle shot, and a great save by Hrabal, but back to the blue line. Left side. Buyam, look for that backdoor play. Can't get the tip. 51 seconds on the clock. Buyam to Perreault. Shot off the bar. Post by Gabriel Perreault. Buyam back to Perreault. Centering, and that went up and wide. The Americans still have it, though. 57 seconds on the clock. 30 seconds, sorry. 57 seconds left in the power play, but they're going to start up a man. 26 seconds. Higgins was looking for that cross crease. Doesn't get it. 20 seconds to go. Perreault tried to center it again. No dice. 10 seconds. Higgins, a shot. That goes wide and goes the length of the ice, and that will do it for the first period. The Americans will start the second period with 24 seconds left on their power play. They will start 24 seconds up. I'm good. Just got the game and NFL on the TV now. Let's go. Let's go. I know a lot of my friends are excited that the Vikings are playing a big game tomorrow. What is it? Against Detroit? Because it was Green Bay last weekend, so I think they're playing Detroit tomorrow. Big game. And what a crazy season for the Minnesota Vikings. Again, I'm not the biggest football guy, but like, I know that there weren't a lot of high hopes for them coming in this season, especially with their young stud top draft pick getting injured. And look at what they're doing now. Look at what they're doing now. Just don't extend that quarterback, because I doubt he's gonna play like this again or consistently for the next few years. But nail biter games, fun to watch. And that's from someone who thinks football is kind of silly because you're not allowed to fight. Anyways, gold medal game tomorrow, guys, as well as the bronze medal game. We will be live for both of those on this channel as well. And later tonight after this game, we will be live for some Alabama MMA. That is right. Some MMA out of Alabama. Hopefully it's going to be still on. Because I'm pretty sure that show starts like now. But we'll see. Yo, what's up, Todd? Hey, big dog. Love you, bro. You clutched up tonight, bro. Love you, bro. Good to see you, Todd. All right. Much love from Todd. Good to see you, Todd. Thank you so much for joining. Pulled that stunt in weird high school preseason tourney. I was just really tired, so I faked an injury. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, the last game went pretty long. Hopefully this one doesn't go too long. Hopefully, the overtime was fun. The overtime was fun. I'm not gonna lie. So I actually wouldn't be too bummed out. There's just more sports I want to watch tonight. MMA from Alabama. There is the Strongman West Virginia tournament as well, Patty the Fatty, where you just literally sign up. They at least check you more than Ultra MMA does, and then you fight. I was supposed to do that last year, but then Triller took my money. So I'm never paying for that shit again. But, if you guys, want to risk them taking your money, it is a fun show to watch, the West Virginia Strongmen. Because I believe it's not MMA, but it's not boxing. There's like some weird street fight rules to it. Anyways, like I said, out of principle, I can't pay for it again. 1-1 right now, guys, in the first intermission, and I appreciate every single one of you watching right now. Let's just go over what happened in the first period. So, Gabe Perreault scores early, assisted by Ryan Leonard and Aram I don't know how to say his last name. Minitian. Regardless, not very familiar with him at all, but it looks like he plays for Boston College. 2 years at Boston College, a right shot defenseman. God, he kind of looks like Kuzmenko. Fourth rounder to the Dallas Stars last year. Okay. So big defenseman. I like that. And that was his first point of the tournament, so shout out to him. Gabriel Perreault, the guy who just cannot stop scoring at every single level in which he plays the sport of hockey. Second year at Boston College. First year, by the way, 19 goals and 60 points. Has 23 points in 16 games right now for Boston College, and that was his third goal of the tournament, 8 points. Next, the Czechs tie it up. Jacob Stansel, unbelievable tournament thus far. He is a fourth round draft pick to the St. Louis Blues. He's actually played in the SHL. Not playing in the top Czech league. He's been playing in the Swedish top league, which is a very, very good league overseas. Came over to the WHL this year, came over to North America this year, and has 32 points, 11 goals in 26 games for the Kelowna Rockets. He has a whopping 6 goals and 9 points in 6 games thus far this tournament. The Americans will start on the power play. I'm watching you, and I got Squid Games on. I'm still in the first season. Nice. It's a really good show. I haven't watched the second season yet. I just haven't had time to watch it. I heard it's pretty good. And I won't spoil anything. I wasn't too bullish on it being as good. Now, always the first season of a good show is going to usually be the best one. I mean, it's the same with Alice in Borderland. I love that show. And I actually just finished the books, the manga, which it stayed pretty true to the source material, so I don't really have any complaints there. But I would say that Squid Games 1 was an awesome show. It was very good. I love Korean cinema. I mean, Parasite was unbelievable, that movie. And again, Alice in Borderland, that's Japanese, but similar vibe. But it's just cool that like Korea, Japan, unlike Hollywood and even like TV these days, they really push the limit of what they can produce, and most of the time it's really good, not watered down. And yeah, I really enjoyed that series. So enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. There's a lot of twists and turns, and I think you'll really, I think you'll really enjoy the show. And we'll likely watch the second season around the same time, so we can talk about that after. I was getting disciplined for fighting in practice, so they put me on the JV and made me play like 40 minutes of a 50-minute game. Oh my goodness.
Emotional damage.
Who came up with the 25-minute half for roller hockey? So dumb. Yeah, that's crazy. Man, we got to remember that roller hockey league, because you're my age, right? Remember that roller hockey league? Like, I was a little young to watch it live, like on ESPN. That was like on like the beaches of LA. I produce a podcast for the Hockey Podcast Network, Terry Ryan's podcast, and he had I think it was Terry, what was his name? I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but one of his recent guests actually played in that roller hockey league and said he was paid really good money. Bro, love your analysis. Are the boys buzzing tonight? Love you, bro. Go USA. The boys are playing really good. It's tied right now, but overall, like, they're not playing poorly. They just have to stay out of the box, man. They just have to stay out of the box. The Americans lead the Czechs 9-7 in shots. It is a tie game right now. I mean, and other than that, everything's pretty similar. The Americans are leading in the face-offs. And they're 1-for-1 on their PK. Same with the Czechs. So, pretty even game thus far. The score reflects it, and it's been a really good game so far, Todd. And I really appreciate you supporting the channel, Todd. Thank you so much for hanging out. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell for notifications so you never miss an upload, so you never miss a live stream. Let's check on the poll question, by the way, guys. We do have a poll question right now. Who wins gold? USA 61%, Czechia 17%, Finland 22%. All this love in the live chat. Thank you so much, Todd. Appreciate it. How's your weekend going, by the way, Todd? How's your weekend going? Hope all is well. Bro, I might actually double screen today because, like I said, there's some freaking MMA out of Alabama tonight as well. Main card, I believe, is just started. Don't worry, the focus will be on this game. But yeah, this is how crazy I am, Patty the Fatty. Literally bought a $10 pay-per-view for some... saying it's a random league is disrespectful because they are on their 17th show. But that's it tonight, man. That's it tonight. There's nothing else. RWS was this morning. Synergy FC was on earlier tonight, so that's probably over. There's the West Virginia Tough Man. ECC. That's what it is. I live in Alabama, and I feel guilty because I'm going to watch Noche de Boxing at 8:30. I'm just going to let you tell me what happens. There you go. There you go. Well, there you go. Maybe you can go check out a show live sometime and report back. All right, guys. We're going to take a quick break here. On the other side, we will be back to further give you guys play-by-play, to further run down this game, to talk about what's coming up tomorrow. Tournament's almost done, guys. It's been a great few weeks of World Junior Hockey. Greatest tournament in sports. And it's been awesome that we've been able to grow this channel, make some hockey fans out of you guys. And for those who are already hockey fans, it's just super cool to see how much you guys support this great tournament, just like myself. So quick break, 2 to 3 minute break. We got a sponsor. We're gonna pump and provide a little video here from our friends at 9 Mile Brewing. If you guys are local in Minnesota, 9 Mile Brewing, a great brewery out of the Twin Cities, out of Bloomington. Amazing tap room, massive tap room, by the way, huge tap room. They have a lot of events. They have a lot of activities just for people, like, even if you're not just a beer person. They have some NA products as well. They have some THC seltzers, and they have cribbage tournaments, as well as crokinole, and so many other great things that the brewery offers. So it's not just a place to drink. It's a place to socialize. It's a place to network. I've even gotten some work done there before. It's an awesome spot. And I mean, if you are a craft beer drinker, the beer is chef's kiss. Todd saying, bro, I'm having a great weekend. Me and a couple of boys threw you on the TV because can't afford NHL Network. Your commentary is expiring. Love you, bro. Also, can you give my goldfish a shout out? Shout out to Todd's Goldfish. Appreciate it, Todd. Appreciate it. Todd's the man, dude. What's up to the boys, by the way? Crack a cold one for the boys here. USA, let's go. Back on the other side. Do not go anywhere. More World Junior coverage here. Last semifinal game on the other side.
People like, you're making a hef now? It's like last year, I'm like, yeah, that one's called the 11th hour. It's kind of just a cheeky play on that. We kind of release it later than most people towards the end of the summer. I wanted to kind of be in there in that cusp between summer and fall. And now with summers lasting longer and longer these days, I mean, we're in September and it's 80s, it's still a viable option.
Central Division team that I love to love, the Nashville Predators, of course. What is up, RJ? Good to see you. Good to see you. Dude, based Bob McKenzie. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How crazy is that? That Sweden medals pretty much every single year, but only one gold. One gold. What they say in the last 20 years? That's crazy, bro. Finland's got more than them. Wow. Wow. Bob McKenzie said, oh, Sweden's national colors should just be silver. Jeez, Bob. Coming out of retirement to drop the mic and throw some shots like that. Let's go. Bob McKenzie, by the way, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. And it's awesome to see him cover the World Juniors. It's awesome to see him cover the draft. And I have to say, I had the pleasure of meeting Bob McKenzie when the World Juniors came to Vancouver and Victoria a few years back. Anyways, right after this TV timeout, we will get right back to the action. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell for notifications so you never miss an upload, so you never miss a live stream. All right, more commentary on the other side, guys. Let me know your predictions. How do you see this game playing out? How do you see this game playing out? Who's going to win this one? Who's going to win this one? Right now it's tied, and it's been very back and forth thus far this game. Just updating this for you guys here. Second period, 1-1. Stats essentially the same. If you're watching on Twitter or Facebook, by the way, consider coming over to YouTube. Join our live chat. Totally interactive here. I want to take your guys' comments as we continue this live coverage, play-by-play, starting back here in just a few minutes. Smash that like button if you haven't already. By the way, we're trying to get to 20 likes on the video. That's not a huge ask. That's not a huge ask. I know we can do it. I know we can do it. So smash that like button if you haven't already, and vote in the poll question. If you're watching on Twitter or Facebook, like I said, come over and at least just vote in our poll question. Oh man, and things are starting to even out here. Who wins gold? Finland, Czechia, or the United States? The USA still leading 54%, Czechia 23%, and Finland 23%. So Czechia and Finland are tied right now in the poll. All you viewers are banking on the Americans to win, which honestly, I think that the Americans are going to win this tournament as well, but you can't count out the Czechs, and obviously you can't count out Finland. You know what, though? If Finland wins, this is what I'm going to say to Cope. Canada beat Finland in this tournament. What? If they win. If the Americans beat them, then fuck it. It's moot. Or the Czechs. Oh, new Shorzy commercial. Let's go. Yeah, season 3 of Shorzy, by the way, coming out soon here, guys. January 24th. That's cool. Ted Hitchcock, by the way, the guy who plays Ted Hitchcock, Terry Ryan, I produce his podcast for the Hockey Podcast Network. Oh my God, the scores are so big, it's hot in my face, RJ. Thank you so much for the score update. Let's go, RJ, doing God's work over here. What do we got? Anything interesting? Maple Leafs up on the Bruins. Wild up on the Hurricanes. All right, I like that. Blue Jackets up on the Blues. I like that too. Red Wings and Jets. I'm more of a Jets fan than a Red Wings fan, even though they're in the same division as the Wild. And Utah, Dallas, 0-0. Thank you so much for the score updates, as always, RJ. How's your weekend going, brother? How's your weekend? By the way, guys, I'd crack a cold one for the boys as well, but I'm fighting something. It's like I'm not full-blown sick yet, but like I'm definitely not healthy, so I'm like somewhere in between. Literally had some like tomato soup for dinner. So like I think I've gone through like 2 of these already, 2 liters of water. So we're staying hydrated. But yeah, we're like, I need to get a good sleep tonight after this, boys. Or it's going to be a rough day called gold medal game tomorrow. Very busy. Hey, well, that's busy's good. Hope you had a great holidays, man. And stay on the grind. And it's really good to see you back in the chat here. I've been streaming so much combat sports this year, RJ. Not enough hockey. I haven't had enough RJ in my life, but RJ's back. Longtime supporter of everything THPN does and everything I've done with them and here on the Sota Pod. So big shout out to RJ. All right, second period is underway, ladies and gentlemen, and the Americans have a power play for only 16 more seconds. Buyam trying to bring this through center. He dumps it in. Well, it's better than giving it away. Am I right, Mateo? And this one's going to go up and out of play. 9 seconds on the clock, but at least the Americans get the face-off in the Czech zone. $19:45 on the clock. Oh, no, it was icing. My bad. So the Czechs get the face off in the American zone. Poor Goldie. 19:35. And the Americans up the right side. Where are you from, by the way, Todd? I mean, I know you're from the States. The Americans up the left side. Thank you, man. Thank you. I think I'll be good. A good night's sleep after sports. Stay hydrated, and I think we'll be just fine for tomorrow. Appreciate it though. 19:10 on the clock, and the Americans have it in the left side. Centering pass. Nice little move there, but the Czechs stay on them. Retreating back to the blue line. And Buyam does a little spin move, but loses the puck. Checked by the Czechs. And this puck is sent back into the Czech zone. But a nice forecheck here by the Americans, causing the Czechs to break out quickly. And they come up through center. Nice little pass on the right side. Back to a centering pass, but a great job by the Americans getting in that lane. Checks up the left side. And the Czechs tip it into the American zone, but they leave it there as they go for a change. The Americans on the right side. I'm watching the football game. Browns versus Ravens and Bengals versus Steelers. Very nice, very nice. I think after this, I'm going to watch some Alabama mixed martial arts. That is right. ECC, baby. 18:05. Literally in the break, I just bought the pay-per-view, so. Or I guess confirmed purchase. I bought it earlier, but I didn't know if it went through or not. Nice job by the Czechs. Right side of the blue line. Shot blocked by the Americans, but the Czechs still have it. They leave it in the corner. Nice little cycles. They dropped it off there. Is he going to wait? And Americans push him outside of the zone. I'm from Montana. Not a lot going on out here. Nice, dude. Montana is beautiful. Montana is beautiful. I drove through Montana when I moved to Minnesota from Western Canada. I drove all the way here, and my favorite part of the drive was through Montana. The home of Sean O'Malley and Tim Welsh. 17:18 on the clock. And the Czechs have it, looking to break out. Instead, they try to Pass tipped into the American zone. Hurricane did not score the court. No goal. Wild 2-0. Second period. Go Wild. 17:02. USA. Behind the net. Looking for the backhand. Shorthand pass there. Back to the blue line. American shot. And that goes a little wide. I think that was tipped wide. Here come the Czechs again. Trying to get it out of the American zone. They don't, but the Czech defender has it. And there's a pass to center. Tipped into the American zone. Fighting for it on the corner. Here come the Czechs. Nice little pass, or nice little move through the American. Comes Stancil, but unable to get the shot off. Sikora able to keep the puck in for the Czechs, though. And a turnover. Shot. Nice save by Augustine. And this puck's going to trickle the length of the ice. One-on-one here. The American gets it back. Backhand pass, but picked up by the Czechs. And Sikora is going to send it in. And that's going to be ice. Ice? Really? Was that not over the blue line?
Around you, and then the edge worked to hold off. Zidlicky.
16-14. And here come the Czechs, left side. Through the neutral zone. Nice job by the Czechs. Lead pass to Leonard, though. And Leonard, nice move. Falls. No tripping there. He falls. Tried to do his patented Ryan Leonard move. Can we give your boy Gavin a shout out? He's big and tall and loves hockey like us. Thanks, bro. Yo, shout out to Gavin and the rest of the boys watching hockey with Todd here tonight. Happy Saturday, guys. USA. USA. Hey, guys, Todd, do me a favor. If you dig my vibe and you like dudes punching each other in the face as well outside of the hockey rink, go check out my second channel, the City Life Project. I'll be live later tonight and tomorrow as well. After these games tomorrow. 15:39, right side. The Americans send that through the neutral zone, cross ice pass, and they just dump it in. Nobody chasing, though. Minnesota Wild goal, Matt Zuccarello from Joel Eriksson-Ek. That's what we want to see. Love Zuccarello. Thank you so much for the updates. Arjun, a sharp angle shot by the Americans. Nice save by Hrabel. And the Czechs, dangerous, trying to clear that. Backhand to the right side, and here come the Czechs. Americans doing a great job of pushing the Czechs up against the wall, separating them from the puck, and then breaking out of their zone. They've done that a few times here. The Czechs have not been able to set up much in this second period. Great flow to this game, though, man. It's not a choppy game. There's not a lot of whistles. There's a good flow to it. Hey, thank you so much, Todd.
That shit beautiful than a motherfucker.
14:48 on the clock. And here comes the Americans. Taken down by the Czechs. So the lead pass up and just a little too high for the American to retrieve it. And here come the Czechs. Oh, nice hit by the Americans. Knocking the Czechs to the ground. Unable to cleanly get a shot off. And thank you so much to all the new subscribers on this channel, by the way, guys. We really appreciate the support. 14:18 on the clock. And the Americans speeding around the Czech goaltender. Looking for... I thought he was going to drop it to the blue line, but sends it around the net. Centering feed. Nobody there to take the pass cleanly. They send it back around the net. Americans have it back to the blue line. And long shot. Tipped. What a save. What a save. Another pad save by Hrabel. And here come the Czechs over the line. Top of the circle. Oh, unable to get the shot. Too many dekes. Too many dekes. And here come the Americans. Checked at the blue line. And things are going to settle down here as both of the teams make a change. Man, one less deke and the Czech would have had a clean shot off. (13-17). And the American sharp angle shot doesn't get through. And is this going to be icing? I thought the Czech got there. Yep, icing, face-off back down to the Czech zone. And yeah, the Czechs do not have a shot yet in this second period. I think the States only have like 3 or 4. 12:56 on the clock. Yeah, goaltenders not being tested too much just because both teams have been playing excellent hockey. Hudson keeps the line, gets through center. Where's the puck? Where's the puck? It trickles out in front. Bouncing puck, and the Americans keep it in. They fired in to the slot, and here come the Czechs. Czechia pushing it down into the American zone, but only one man there, and the Czechs finish their change. Here come the Americans. Centering shot, tightly checked by the Czechs, so they force us into the corner, up on the boards. Right side. 2-on-2 in the corner, battling for it. Neither the American nor the Czechs know where the puck went. They just found it there. And the Czechs send it down length of the ice. No icing on this one. 12 minutes on the clock, and a nice forecheck by the Czechs. Great pressure there, forcing the Americans to make a quick play, much like the Americans have been doing to the Czechs in this game. 11:46 on the clock. And here come the Czechs again. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, unable to get this puck out in the Americans. Shot in the slot, blocked by the Czechs. Czechs right side. They send this back into the neutral zone, but the Americans have it. USA around the net we go, and that goes back into the neutral zone. Battling here. One Czech player on the American. He hands it back to his blue line. Big cross ice pass in the Czech zone. Losing his stick is one of the Czech players as he blocked that shot from the American. And we're going to go to a TV timeout. Face-off will occur when we return to the right of Hrabel. The boys just made some tater tots and about to muck it up. What a game this is. Gavin is going crazy. Yo, love me some freaking tots. You Napoleon, give me some of your tots. I just saw a short. It was like a tater tots breakfast burrito. Or I don't even know what the fuck you call it at that point. But they just put a bunch of tater tots in a waffle maker, and they like put like cheese, egg, and all this shit in the middle, put another layer of tater tots on top, slap that sucker together. Oh, green onions, sour cream. It looked unbelievable. It looked unbelievable. All right, ladies and gentlemen, smash that like button if you haven't already. All right, back from TV timeout. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Face off. Coming up here again. Thank you guys so much for joining. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow for both the medal games, bronze and gold. This decides who's playing in both those games. Oh, beautiful move by the American, and a shot doesn't get through center. Here come the Czechs. Up the middle, through the neutral zone. They tip it on the left side, and a nice chase by the Czechs. They don't regain possession, but they do have this puck in the American zone. Shot from the blue line. That goes around the net, and this is going to go up and out of play. No shots on net for the Czechs for 11 minutes. However, shots are still Relatively close, 7-12. All right, relatively close. Yeah, they're showing all the Caps draft picks in the tournament. Someone in the live chat was telling us about that as well. 10:41 in the second period, ladies and gentlemen. USA is dominating. Just need one to fall. My boy Gavin is going crazy still. Let's go. What NHL team or other hockey do you guys follow? Again, shout out to the boys from Montana watching. We had my friend in Idaho watching. We have some boys from Montana watching. This is unreal. We got some people from Finland, from Czechia. It's amazing. It's amazing. International, baby. 10:19 on the clock. And nice shot from outside the circle from the Americans. And a nice save by Hrabal. This puck bounces into the corner. The Czechs send it up the wall, out of the zone. Sikora right side and getting sandwiched by the American up against the boards. 2-on-2 battling in the corner. And this puck comes around the back of the net and keeps going down the ice. And nice forecheck by USA. Able to pick that puck away, but desperation check behind the net by Czechia, and they're able to get this puck back up the left side. They have it in the American zone. Short pass, but didn't get through. Czechia on the left side sends it back to the blue line. Let's see if they can slow things down. Right side, Czechia. Back to the left side. Nice pressure by the Americans, and they almost forced a breakaway. Capitals, we love Ovi. Going for the record, Gavin has an Ovi jersey that he wears 4 days a week. Go Caps. Let's go. Dude, he's going to break the record this year. Scored today and the day before yesterday. 9:05 on the clock. The Americans have it in the neutral zone. Nice backhand pass to gain the zone, but the Czechs, very tight defense up against the blue line. Americans get it back, lose it to the Czechs, and here they come up the left side. Shot and nice save by Augustine. Just get some pucks on net, boys. Oh, and a high stick? No way. Jekko looks like he got sticked in the face. Let's see if... Oh, yeah, high stick, and the Czechs are going on the power play, ladies and gentlemen. The Americans take the high stick. Of course, they're going to get a little sneak in a little TV timeout here, but so far, both teams 1-for-1 on the penalty kill. Neither have been successful on their power play. Let's see if the Czechs can change that here. Again, big shout out to everybody joining us live here on the channel. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, X, get your ass over to YouTube. What are you doing with your life over there? Join our live chat. Vote in the poll question. Who wins gold? Thanks, buddy. Glad you're digging the commentary. Like I said, we do these on my other channel, but for combat sports. But we do a lot of hockey streams here, mostly covering the Minnesota Wild whenever they're playing for live streams. But like, I think the World Juniors is the best tournament in sports. So whenever the World Juniors are on, I try to cover as much of it as I can. We'll be doing the Four Nations tournament. I'll probably cover some World Championship and NHL playoffs, as well as, the Olympics in a couple years as well. All right, 8:45 on the clock. And this puck's going to get poked down by the Americans. Good start to their PK. Oh, and a turnover. And there's only one American up at the blue line. If there was two, that would have been dangerous. 8:23 on the clock. And here comes Shale. Shale gets his pocket picked by the Americans again. Whose power play is this? The Americans or the friggin' Czechs? Short angle shot didn't land. USA looking for anybody to pass the puck to, but they're staying a little conservative, as they should, near the blue line. There's going to play keep away against the Czechs, but Galvins for the Czechs gets it up the right side. Is he going to dump it? Is he going to chase it? Is anybody going to chase it? Sends it around the net. Battling in the corner. Can the Americans get this out? And they do get this out. 1 minute on the clock. Wait, that can't be icing. Was that offside? No, the Czechs are going to take a penalty. I was going to say, what the heck was that whistle? Well, there you go. Now we're going 4-on-4 for 56 seconds, and the Americans will have a power play. Wow. Man, it's been high stick galore in this tournament. Oh, he's pissed. Okay, so yeah, the first one was follow through, so that's not necessarily his fault. But then it hits him a second time there. So yeah, good call. No issue with that call. USA power play. If we score, then Gavin is going to get a USA tattoo. Pray for my boy Gavin. Where is he getting the USA tattoo? He has to get it right across his chest. It'd be worse if like Gavin was Canadian. And that was the bet. He's just that many beers in right now. 7:42 on the clock, and we have 4-on-4 for a minute, and then the United States go on power play for 1 minute. But the States have it in the Czech zone up the left side. USA, slot, right side. Great save by Rabel. 38 seconds, 4-on-4, and the Czechs are trying to push the Americans off the puck here. And they separate the man from the puck, and the Czechs have it left side. Shot! Nice save by Augustine. Oh, the heart. Pray for him. 7:09. Here comes Higgins. Up the center. Right side. Brand new. I want it so bad. What's up, buddy? Good to see y'all. Money profile picture. 4 minutes and 49 seconds on the clock. And here come the Americans now with 1 minute of power play time. And a little chip shot on Augustine. We're going to have a face-off in the American zone. You know what, though? Higgins, that was a solid opportunity. Goaltender read that play. I honestly think it would have been better if they just shot in the slot, but Higgins does have a nasty one-timer. The Czechs win the face-off, but they're forced back to the neutral zone. Again, the Americans have 50 seconds left on their power play, and the Czechs just dump it into the American zone. And here comes the Americans, and a nice goal by Cole Eiserman. It's all he does. All Cole Eiserman does is score, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what a shot. Oh, what a shot. 6 minutes and 19 seconds, right when the penalty expires, right when the penalty is about to expire. Cole Eiserman makes this a 2-1 game. Look at this. Up the left side. Pass. Shot. Score. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Look at this pass. Look at this pass. Right side. Cross ice. Oh, and what a one-timer by Cole Eiserman, ladies and gentlemen, as he knocks this one home. Assisted by Trevor Connolly and Cole Hudson. One of the best goal scorers. One of the best young goal scorers the Americans have right now, man. First year at Boston University, 9 goals in 16 games, 15 points. This is his 3rd goal, 7th point of the tournament. I mean, he scored 25 goals in 24 games for the U.S. National Development Team last year. You got to buy the pay-per-view. USA, Gavin, just shotgun 3 beers, tattoo time. He's going crazy. Here, Scott, 1 sec. I'll find it for you. I found it on Kaposa's website. Perfect timing, Scott, because we're going right into a TV timeout. Oh, looks like there's Muay Thai tomorrow morning, eh? Okay, looks like we're doing a little Muay Thai tomorrow morning, Scott. All right. Yeah, Scott, the card's already started, but here's the link to it. The prelims started 2 hours ago, and I think the main card started 1 hour ago. So, like, knock on wood, we were able to even cover it, because I'm not going to stop this game. But I'm hoping we at least catch the end of it. But yeah, it's a pretty small league, so like the only way we're gonna watch it is if we pay. Which, man, I got no issues. If I can afford it, I got no issues supporting the smaller leagues. The only one where I was like, I can't do this was Pancrase, almost $60 the last show, and I was like, man, I want to support Pancrase, but like, I'm sorry, Ryzen, better promotion, third of the price. Same with Breaking Down, dude. Breaking Down was $55 USD. I was like, man, I'm sorry. It's a fun show, but I can't. When Ryzen's like 20 to 30 bucks, I can't pay 55 bucks for Breaking Down. Like, yeah, no problem, dude. But ECC, like, I'm excited to follow more of ECC. I talked to some friends. They're like, oh, actually, like, it's a fun league. It's a fun league. Gavin just cut his lip on the can, trying to shotgun his fourth on the night. Blood everywhere. USA. 59. Oh, God, I wish I could be drinking with you guys right now. Like I said, I'm trying to stay healthy for tomorrow, because I got a big day of streaming tomorrow. 5 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock. Great opportunity by the Czechs. We're going to have a face-off in their zone. What kind of beer are you guys drinking? This channel is a hockey and craft beer channel, so you've come to the right spot, Todd. You've come to the right spot. Like, if you look at the main page, there's a whole playlist devoted to beer. And I post some beer reviews on my channel, too. This one. That was a really good save by Augustine. Wow, and the Czechs only trail by 3 shots now. 5 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock, and the Americans come away with the puck after that faceoff. Oh, and a big hit by the Czechs. And Perot on the left side. Perot behind the net. Leonard went in front of the net. Perot tried to find him. That got poked out. I've had to pull back. I've been drinking a pretty good bit over the holidays, so I'm starting to take a break before I go back to work on Monday. Good call. Honestly, this 2024, and it's not like I drank a lot, but like, you know, I have friends who are craft beer owners, or I just have a lot of friends in the beer industry out here. My podcast is a craft beer and hockey podcast. And despite me doing beer reviews throughout this year, I actually drank a lot less than my first year in Minnesota. And just the last couple of years. So it's been good. Like, every now and then I'll have a beer, like a glass of wine or something like that. But far from, like, there's more weeks where I go without it than I do with it now. Same with cannabis. So it's been good. I mean, maybe it's not good. Maybe I'm turned to an old square. I don't know. But no, it's been good. Feeling good. As I get a bit older, gotta tone things down a little bit, right? 4 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. And the Czechs get away with it in the corner, left side, trying to get it out of their zone, and they do send up the right wall. 4 minutes and 19 seconds on the clock. I'm sort of amazed that wasn't called for IIHF. Gavin loves Labatt Blue. You know it. He got the hands high for sure. They've been letting a few things slide in the semis, like even in the last game, Patty the Fatty. There's been a couple players where I was actually surprised they didn't call. Round robin, it was stupid. 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Eisman tried to knock this one away. And a nice centering feed for the Czechs. Czechs all alone here, though. Drop pass, shot. Doesn't get through the legs of the American. 3 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock. Shot by the Czechs. Check up the left side. That doesn't hit the net, and the Americans are going to clear this the length of the ice, and that's going to be... Oh, no icing. Damn. All right. All right. Nice forecheck by the Americans. Americans have it in the corner. Dude, group play should have been roller hockey the way they called it, right? No, they've been a lot better in the quarters. They've been a lot better today in the semis. 3:01 remain in the second period. Oh, Australian Open coming up here, Patty the Fatty. Just a few days. 3 minutes on the clock. God, Canada's been friggin' worse at tennis than they've been at MMA lately, dude. There's always just a flash in the pan. Bianca, flash in the pan. Milos, flash in the pan. Fucking Jeannie Bouchard, flash in the pan. Then nothing. No follow-up. Milos Raonic, though, I will say, like, his knees fucked him. Like, he had all the talent and all the talent and the hardest serve in the world to at least compete, but oh man, he just seemed like he was held together like glue like throughout his entire career. So Canada, yeah, terrible showing this year, just like last year. They need to do a whole overhaul of coaches, development, GM there, because they made some stupid ass roster moves. And you know, the Czechs, good team. Latvia, team, but showed well. It is what it is. It is what it is. I've watched tennis for so long, but I'm having a hard time watching it without Rafa Nadal being part of it. Yeah, it's like there's the new wave now, right? Because they've been such a big part of it for so long. 2 minutes and 19 seconds. For my dad, it was Andre Agassi, right? Like once he retired, my dad would, okay, who are, you know, I got to start watching, you know, Nadal, Rafa. But there's some new talent coming up. Who's that one French Canadian? Aliassime? Is that his name? He's good, and he's still pretty young, but I don't think he's super highly ranked right now. Like, I don't think he's in like the top 20 or anything like that. 1 minute and 58 seconds on the clock, and a nice backhand feed by Nelson. But yeah, Scott, my dad's a big tennis guy. I refer to him as FAA. 1 minute 46 seconds. How's it going, by the way? Vendetta, how's your Saturday going, brother? Thank you so much for all the support you show this channel as well, dude. 1 minute 38 seconds on the clock. Hoppy and I might not meet in person tomorrow because I'm not feeling too well. But we're going to meet tomorrow and get a bunch of membership stuff planned for you guys. And a shot on the left side by the Czechs. That doesn't get through. 1 minute and 18 seconds. Gabe Perreault. Couple deeks there, but can't get past the Czech defender. Back to the blue line. 1 minute on the clock. USA sends it back in deep. And the Americans hold the line. A shot. Not a shot. Cross-ice pass. And read that perfectly as the pass was a little delayed there. And a great save by Rabo. Love that the Czech netminder has the UMass helmet. I mean, he is their goalie. Gavin girlfriend is pissed. He's drinking so many beers. Pray for Aubrey. Yo, Aubrey, USA is winning. Let the man drink his beers. Aubrey, let the man drink his beers. I don't golf or follow it, but have you seen the new golf league, Rory McIlroy? Rory McIlroy started a golf league? No, I have some friends here who are like crazy into golf, which is I can't watch it, bro. I watch fights. There's no way I can sit there and watch golf unless straight up go Happy Gilmore. The price is wrong, bitch. But no, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I passed out to your stream and when it was 1-1 Canada Czech, woke up and it was in shock all day. Bro, you should see the sign. There's a sign here for one of the Czech players who hurt his knee that says, "How's your knee doing?" with the Peter Griffin meme. The Canadians are booing. They're hate watching this game at the Canadian Tire Center. They're booing the Americans. They're booing the Czechs. It's crazy. Indoor golf on a crazy sim. Oh, interesting. I'll have to check that out because, I mean, just from like a sports fan in general, that's just cool. I gotta check that out. Not a golf fan at all. Probably won't watch it, but would like to learn a little bit more about it. I could see how it speeds up play and makes it more watchable. True. And that is it for the second period. That's so wild. I know, dude. Absolute savages. Well, I mean, this is in Canada, right? And I remember I believe it was 2018, 17, 18, or 18, 19. No, 17 and 18 when it came to Vancouver and Victoria. And I think Canada lost in the quarterfinals as well that year. Not to the Czechs, thank fucking God. I actually went to see them play the Czechs and they beat them, I think like 7-2 or something. But that year as well, I remember when the Americans played the Kazakhs, but the Kazakhstan became Canada's team. They were rooting for every little thing. You know, they'd win a face-off. Yeah, Patty the Fatty's talking about that, the Roy McIlroy's new league. I don't know anything about it. He just brought it up in the chat here. Well, that is it for the first or second period, ladies and gentlemen. The Americans score there, and they bring it to a 2-1 game. Czechs only lead by 1, and I mean, it's still such a back and forth game. Shot 16-14 for the Americans. The Americans are doing a lot better in the face-off dot, though. 23 face-offs to 15 for the Americans. Both goaltenders playing very, very well. I would give the slight edge to Hrabal for the Czechs just because he's had to make the bigger saves on more of the dangerous scoring opportunities. But, you know, got to give a shout out to Trey Augustine. He's playing very, very well and making the saves he needs to keep the boys in it. Shit looks very wildly futuristic. Like that freaking hover skate park that you sent me. That was amazing. That was crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Cole Eiserman scored the second goal for the Americans. First period, Gabe Perreault opened things up, followed by Jacob Stensel for the Czechs. Czechs looking to tie this one up early in the third. It's been a very close game. And, you know, I knew that these would be close games. I knew these would be close games in the semifinals, especially Sweden and Finland, although the floodgates did open up a little bit in the second period, as each of the teams scored a couple goals. This one, 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Let's see what happens in the third. Let me know your predictions for this third period, ladies and gentlemen. What players throughout this tournament have you been impressed with watching? And how excited are you for tomorrow? Whether it's the Americans, whether it's the Czechs, Finland stamped their ticket to a gold medal game again. In Finland, they've been playing a really fun brand of hockey, so I'm excited. They don't just shut shit down, right? They're a hard-hitting team. They play good defense. What I love about the Finns team this year is they make a lot of adjustments as they go throughout the game, and that's just cool to see. It shows that they're coached well and that and they're capable of making those adjustments too. And again, they're U20, man. They're not even pros yet. Well, some of them are, but you know what I mean. The hover skate park had me tripping when it came out originally. I thought they figured it the fuck out. All right, guys. We're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna refill my water bottle here. On the other side, we'll be back to go over the stats again. Continue to take your guys' comments. It's a comment-driven live stream, so keep the comments coming, guys. Keep the comments coming. Quick break. On the other side, back to hang out with you guys here before the third period starts in this wild game, United States versus Czech Republic. This game decides who's playing for gold tomorrow. This game decides who's playing Sweden for bronze. Bronze medal game first tomorrow, by the way, at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, followed by the gold medal game, same time start as this one, 6 or 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Smash that like button and subscribe. We'll be right back after this quick break. We're gonna give a quick shout out to our friends at 9 Mile Brewing out of Bloomington, Minnesota. And we are back live here on the Sota Pod YouTube channel for more World Junior coverage, ladies and gentlemen. The Americans are up by one single goal against the Czechs here going into the third period, and it has been a fun game. It's been an awesome chat as well, so thank you guys for hanging out with us in the live chat. If you're new to the channel, we do live play-by-play commentary, reaction, and of course, live interaction with all you amazing folks in the live chat. So get your comments in the live chat. Don't be shy. We are totally interactive. Don't forget to vote in the poll question as well, guys. Who wins gold? USA leading the poll 60%, Finland 24%, Czechia 16%. Finland and Czechs have gone back and forth as leading the poll or as being second place in the poll. United States, they are up. Guys, smash that like button if you haven't already. We're trying to get to 20 likes on the stream. I know we can get there. I know we can get there. Tater Tots, boys, beers. This is what it's all about. Gavin's girlfriend is pissed. UFC all the way. Let the man drink his beer. USA, baby, USA. All right, like I said, guys, shots are pretty much dead even here, 14-16 for the Americans. Face-offs in the Americans' favor here, 23-15. But, I mean, other than that, man, it's been such an even game. Trey Augustine for the United States has looked great between the pipes, as well as, I forget his first name, it is Mikhail Hrabal for Czechia. Really cool to see that he's playing the NCAA as well and had a great season last year in his first season there with UMass. Predictions for the end of the game, guys. Let me know. How do you think this third period plays out? Do you think the Czechs make it interesting and tie this up, forcing the Americans to score late to win the game? Or do you think the Americans go up early, go up even more early in the third period and score a few more? Let me know your predictions in the live chat. I'm thinking the Czechs score one more, and then the Americans score too late. The Czechs have been very disciplined in this one, and we saw in the TV timeout there that they said, like, we have to keep this game 5-on-5. They learned their damn lesson against Sweden, I imagine. Oh, by the way, the women's U18s, Canada beat Slovakia, I believe 6-1 today. Oh, never mind. 6-2. Canada beat Slovakia 6-2 in the women's U18. So shout out to them. I guess tomorrow they're playing Switzerland. Shoot. There's going to be some overlap. I would have loved to actually watch that game as well, but I guess we can watch the first period. Oh, nice. There's going to be a lot of world championships for the women being played in Canada. Looks like Hockey Canada just reached a deal with the IIHF, and they're going to be hosting women's tournament games from between how many games? I forget how many they said, but quite a few games between 2026 and 2030 or 2030. So there you go. I love it. All right, guys. There's going to be probably like one more TV timeout after this before we get back to the game here. Again, let's just take a look at what went on earlier today. Finland, Sweden. Finland comes out of that one 4-3, scoring with only 37 seconds left in overtime. Rabble. No, man, I love supporting women's hockey. Especially the Women's World Championship. It's always so hardcore. You remember that one year? I believe it was in 2017 or 2016, where Finland won it in overtime, confetti and all. 15 minutes later, they call the goal back, have to sweep up all the confetti, and then the Americans score to win it, which... God, I mean, at that point, it's just like, man, you've already, like, it's 15 minutes has passed. The confetti is on the ice. The trophy's basically been, like, about to be handed out. And you call it back. Like, as soon as they called it back, I was like, I knew that Finland was going to lose. I knew that the Americans were going to win. Because, like, talk about, like, an adrenaline dump, too, right? God, that was one of the craziest moments or outcomes that I remember in women's hockey recently. Well, I guess that's not even recently anymore. It's almost 10 years ago. Jeez. That's so crazy. But anyways, yeah, love the Women's World Championship and the U20s as well. Can't say I watch even much of the men's U18s. But yeah, if it's going to be on tomorrow, I'll definitely fire that up. Such a joy to see Bob McKenzie, guys. Such a joy to see Bob McKenzie back here. Still sounds sharp as ever, man. And he's getting up there in age. Bobby Margarita, ladies and gentlemen. And his son actually works for Sportsnet. I believe he still works for Sportsnet. And same face, man. Same face. It's actually kind of trippy. Same mannerism, same face. And they're still talking about Canada here. Come on, boys. TSN, Let it go. Let it go. I have, kind of. Let it go. Talk about the games earlier today. Why are you talking about the Canadian boys? They're out. They're done. They blew it. All right, so the ice has been Zambonied, like I said. We're going to get to the third period right after this next TV timeout. Keep the comments coming, guys. Keep the comments coming. Who do you have winning this game? What do you think the final score prediction will be? And yeah, some physicality here between the Americans and Czechs, finally showing a little bit of a what is going down in this game. All right, last TV timeout before puck drop. All right. Minnesota Wild, by the way, doing very well. So on Twitter, that's just flooding my my feed because for some reason, other than the beauty Americans in this chat, the Americans don't even want to support their team. They would rather support the Minnesota Wild right now versus the US of A, bro. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. But anyways. Oh, shout out to Todd, shout out to Gavin, shout out to Scott, Vendetta, the whole crew here. For those who've been patiently waiting for me to do some City Life streams tonight, if the promotion is still on, we'll stream it. If not, well, we'll do some Muay Thai in the morning. That's all I can say. Hockey priority this weekend, guys. Hockey gets priority this weekend. All right. Oh, man. I'm on edge just because I want to know what the matchups are going to be, right? Like obviously cheering for the Americans a little bit here. I got money on them to win. Czechs would be cool to see the underdogs take it. But the fact this game is so close, it's like I'm pretty on edge too. What's up, Baymac? Good to see you. Yo, what fight are we on the Alabama card? Tomorrow morning there's some Muay Thai. Let me check the name of it again. Tomorrow morning we got Muay Di Vitsi Thai. That is right. Muay Di Vitsi Thai tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Free on YouTube, by the way. Free on YouTube. And I think it's just like one of Channel 8 Thailand's YouTube channels. But there it is. There it is. Kind of want to see both USA and Canada get knocked out if they aren't both in it. I can empathize. I just, in most sports, I like seeing the underdog story personally. And unlike the Czechs are not a bad team at all. They're a sneaky good team in this tournament, actually. But like the Americans were the obvious favorites in this one. Big shout out to AMAC, by the way. Good to see you. Good to see you. Like I said, AMAC, or like I asked, how many fights are left in ECC right now, just so I can gauge the timing. Let's go. They're on a break right now. Okay. But what fight are we on? If you don't mind me asking, I have the bout order in front of me. That's why I'm asking, just so I can gauge the time. Appreciate it, brother. Wild 3, Hurricane 0, third period. Let's go. I heard Boldy scored one. All right, puck drop for the third period, ladies and gentlemen. USA, Czechia, to decide who goes to the gold medal game. Here we go. And the Americans will win the faceoff, but lose it to the Czechs on the blue line. Czechs send it into the American zone. American get it, send it to the left side, and almost got their pocket picked by the Czechs. USA send it right side. Trying to deke around the Czech player, but cannot do it. They both go to the ground. Czechs have it behind the net. Send it up the right side. Czechia, cross ice. Shale. in the American zone, sends it back down the boards in the corner. Nice job by the Czechs. Weaving through everyone, cannot get the centering pass. Weaved through like 3 freaking Americans there to try to get that centering pass. Could not get through. Nice shot by the Americans. Block, rebound. Another block. Where's the puck, says the Czech defenseman. But he ends up sending it into the neutral zone. Here come the Americans. Both teams get a partial change. USA, cross crease. A nice stick by the Czechs. They send it back up around the left side. Looking for a little bank shot by the Americans. They can't find the puck, and there's the save by Hrabal. The Americans come out strong here in the third period. Very nice, very nice. $18:55 on the clock. And the Czechs win the faceoff. Czechs up the left side. And enough to negate the icing. Back at the point. Losing it, though. That pass was a little too hot to handle. Czechs send this one in around the boards. Fighting for it in the corner. Left side, Americans try to bat that out of the zone, but they can't. Held by the Czechs. Fighting in the corner again. And finally, Leonard able to backhand that down into the Czech zone. No icing. Thank you so much, my man, AMAC. Appreciate you. Okay. So we got quite a few fights left. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5 more fights left? Okay. We should be able to make it. And you said they're in a break right now? Cool. Thank you so much for the updates, brother. Thank you so much for the updates. Man, Hrabal, what a amazing job hugging that post. Pins that back foot up against the post there to block that little... It wasn't even really a wraparound. Oh, they're walking out now. Okay, sweet. No, I appreciate the updates, dude. I appreciate the updates because obviously there's some overlap here. Not a lot of combat sports going on this weekend. Just a lot of hockey, but I did want to squeeze in something for City Life. So, oh, shot goes just wide for the Czechs. Which should be good. In half an hour, we should be jumping over there, AMAX. So it should all work out perfectly. 17:38 on the clock. It's good to see you, by the way, AMAC. Thank you for stopping in my second channel. And we do it by committee here. We got a bunch of creators on this channel, bunch of podcasts, a little network here covering hockey and craft beer. So appreciate you for the updates. And a nice one-timer by the Czechs and great save by Augustine. This puck bounces off. Oh, man. Appreciate you watching, man. I love following the regionals. I love just the sport, right? Combat sports in general. And it's my pleasure, sir. So thank you so much for returning the favor here tonight, keeping me updated for ECC. And looks like we're going to have a penalty here on the Americans as he took Sikora to the ground. And Cole Eiserman, man, what a rat. I love it. Cole Eiserman getting in the face of Sikora. Man, what a little rat. I love it. He's just been yapping this entire tournament. Yeah, Eiserman right up in the grill of Sikora there. Sikora just kind of smiling. And I think, that they haven't been able to find just... Well, you know what? I mean, Mike John just said they haven't been able to find the offense they need. But you know what? They have had really good opportunities. Anyways, Hensler with the hooking call. Czechs go back on the power play. Czechs 1 for 2 on the power play thus far. Face off. Won by the Czechs. Right side. Back to the blue line. Jurček back to Stancil. Stancil again back, getting it on the right side. Good aggressive PK here by the Americans. Sikora, circle. Can you find a shot? Back to the blue line. Nice pass there, but Sikora wasn't ready for it. Slap shot. And nice save by Augustine. Jurček. Oh, and a fanning on the shot to the top of the circle. Czechs can't keep it in, but they have it at center. Nice cross-ice pass, and they dump it in. Back into the American zone. Sikora. Shot. And Augustine with another great save for the Americans. 1 minute on the penalty remaining. Blue line. Left side. Ooh, through the middle there, but too many men in blue, ladies and gentlemen. And they're going to send this back the length of the ice. By the way, we have almost 700 people watching on Twitter right now. If you guys are there and you're not bots, it's probably like 600 of you are bots. Come over to YouTube. For those who are real, come over to YouTube and join our live chat here. I'm going to crash out like Hank if they don't take 2 ounces of padding out of the UFC gloves to give us a show for the return. They better not use those old and new gloves. 25 seconds on the clock. What a meh card to return, by the way. And the American shorthanded tried to send this puck cross ice, but a good defensive play there by the Czechs. And the Czechs reset. 8 seconds on the clock. Right side. Czechs. Only 2 shots on the power play. The Americans kill it off. Shot 17-17. USA still up 1 with 14-14 to go. Here come the Czechs. 1 on 4. The Americans take it away as the Czechs finish up their change. But the Czechs pick their pocket. Left side. Shot. Augustine. Can't get the rebound. Great opportunity. Great save by Augustine. Czechs keep that puck in the corner. Zidlicki sends it around. The Americans have it, though. Up the right board. Czechs trying to keep it in, but the Americans have it in the center. Neutral zone. Over the line. Patrick Roy is going to love that grit. That he is, dude. 14:04 on the clock. I can't hear you with the Stanley Cups lodged in my ears. Out of all the coaches he tried to fight, though, I mean, Bruce Boudreau, come on. Come on, Patty. And icing against the Czechs. No TV timeout, guys. We got to watch some Alabama MMA after this. Ooh, Sikora with a nice save. And you know what? Augustine was screened there, so that was a beautiful pad save. Beautiful pad save. Shout out to my boy Q again for liking this on Facebook. Thank you so much. If you guys are on Facebook or X, though, come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube. Join our live chat here and vote in the poll question as well. All right. Vote in the poll question. Who wins gold, ladies and gentlemen? Who wins gold? 27% say Finland, 15% say Czechia, 58% say USA. That is true. That is true. Shout out Mackenzie Dern. 13:48 on the clock. Oh, nice move on the blue line. Zeev Buyam lost it there, though. Shot doesn't get through. Looking for the rebound. Right side, here come the Czechs, but man, these Americans can skate. Zeev Buyam, unbelievable skating. Was very involved in that play. 13:27 on the clock. Buyam up the left side. Buyam sends it in, but the Americans still forechecking. Both of them missed the puck, but here come the Czechs. And back to the blue line. Shot! Forcing Augustine to make a save. Great save by Augustine. 13:07 on the clock. Centering pass. That goes up and bounces down. The Americans don't know where it is. Czech get it. They can't hold the line, but they have neutral zone possession. Back check up center. Right side. The Czechs touch it, so this shouldn't be icing, and it's not icing. Sikora battling for it with the Americans in the corner. Back to the blue line. Czechs. Left side. Shot! And a nice glove save by Augustine. And the Czechs are going to get a face-off to the left of Trey Augustine. Damn, this is good. This is a good one. This is a good game, guys. I know it's not super high scoring, but you can definitely see that both of these teams deserve to be there. There's nothing worse than a freaking blowout game in the quarterfinals or even the semifinals for that. Wings got a stud in Augustine. Yes, they do, dude. Yes, so he's 20-4 in international play, 2 point, was it 2.2 or 2.1 goals against average, and like a 92 save percentage, all international play. And I know it's international play, but still, he's solid, man. 4th round, I think they got him too. So solid, like mid draft pick on a goaltender, which is kind of where you want to get these guys, right? Unless they're like bona fide, you know, like a Jesper Wallstedt for the Minnesota Wild, who's almost a sure thing to be an NHL goalie, right? Was playing pro when they freaking drafted him in Sweden. They do not look Canadian, I'll say that much. Now, that guy does. Oh my dude, so many freaking knee signs. Jeez. Well, this tournament has delivered indeed. I do miss Ray Ferraro alongside Gord Miller for this tournament, but you know what? Mike Johnson's done a really good job as well. 12:36 on the clock, guys. 12:36 on the clock. They're hate watching both of them, Michael Johnson. They're hate watching both of them. The crowd is booing both teams, which is hilarious. I would say if the Czechs didn't beat Canada, Canada would probably be rooting for the Czechs, but in this game, they're just hate watching, I imagine. Good to see you, Michael Johnson. Thank you so much for stopping by. 12:07. Shot in the slot by Chalet of the Czechs. Nice save by Augustine. Augustine forced to make some really good saves in this third period. Power play and right after the power play. Good opportunity by the Americans. Minnesota Golden Gopher, Brody Ziemer with the shot there. Good save by Czechia. Really, really good performance, by the way, by the Czech goaltender throughout this entire tournament. Mikhail Hrabal. He's done a fantastic job. $11:57 on the clock. Blues 4, Blue Jackets 6. Let's go Blue Jackets. I'm glad they beat the Blues. Love the Blues logo because I'm a music guy, but like don't really like the team. 11:51 on the clock, and here comes the Czechs on the right side. Czechia looking for reinforcements as the Americans tie them up in the corner. Oh, and a shot! What a save! What a save by Trey Augustine! I cannot believe he made that save, ladies and gentlemen. That's sorcery. That's sorcery. I swear to God. I didn't believe in magic until I saw that save, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this rebound. How did he make that save? How did he make that save? He pushes the right pad out. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh! That's the gold medal save if I've ever seen one. And I know this isn't the gold medal game here. I'm fucking spitting all over my screen right now. If the United States wins gold, that is the TSN turning point, ladies and gentlemen. I know they're up in this game. That was huge. Augustolin. Sheesh, he got picked 41st. Honestly, with how hard drafting a goalie is, anything not the first is good value to me. Absolutely. Red Wings beat the Jets. Speaking of the Red Wings, 11:27 on the clock. Augustine knocks that one away. Czechs still have it. Back to the blue line. Shot. That doesn't get through the bodies. Respect for them repping Johnny Hockey 13. Absolutely. And they have this. They have a whole stall in the locker room dedicated to him as well. It warmed my heart to see that. It warmed my heart to see that. And it's awesome that they're repping the 13. Shout out to KQ for bringing that up. Thank you so much. 10:50 on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. And here come the Czechs again, and they fire that in and around the net. And here come the Americans. And the Czechs pick their pocket on the blue line. But USA continues their onslaught, continues their pressure. And a sharp angle shot saved, covered up by Hrabal. We're going to get a face-off to the left of Hrabal. Bro, look at this save, man. Save of the game thus far. I mean, you know what? The Hrabal made a similar save earlier, but this one was like, oh, man, this one, he's August stolen. That's all we can say. That's all we can say. Playing like the Latvian goalie, who I think so far has been the best player in the tournament. I don't care if they didn't make the quarters, man. 10:25 on the clock. And the Czechs aren't able to get this into the American zone. That's knocked away, but bumblefucking the puck were the Americans, and then bumblefucking the puck were the Czechs, and they lose it, and the Americans send it down into their zone. Right side, fighting for it on the wall. Nice shot by the Americans, save by Hrabal. Americans send it back into the Czech zone. 9:56 on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. That Latvian goalie sent his stock high. Unable to cover it here is Hrabal, but he makes the save. He's under 6 feet tall, though, so there's just something, you know, not that that's the be-all, end-all, but I know NHL scouts really love the 6 foot taller goalies. He's about 5'11", just 6 foot or 6 feet, but he's definitely going to be drafted this year. In what round? You know, probably late, but he's definitely going to be drafted this year. He's playing in Quebec. He's going to play in the junior league there probably for another 2 years. So, and you know, World Juniors don't necessarily raise everybody's stock, but I think they can raise a goalie stock a little bit, right? Especially kind of an unknown. Oh my God, that was rung off the post. Nelson rung that off the post. I didn't even realize. Oh my God, that was close. Won't be surprised when a bigger junior team makes a move for him. True. 9:25 on the clock, and the Americans, they got it at the point. Shot! Huge save by Hrabal, but that rebound goes right. Here come the Czechs up through the neutral zone. They dump it in. Around the net it goes. Big hit by the Czechs. Here come the Americans to the neutral zone. Send it back down the corner. Dvorak trying to get it from Hagens. He misses. Here comes Dvorak again. Up the left side. Checks through the neutral zone. Moves it across the blue line, but the Americans get it back. 8:47 on the clock. Yeah, Paddy the Fatty in the Latvian men's league hit a 96 save percentage in like 24 games. But again, Latvian men's league, grain of salt, right? Like it's not the most skilled league, far from it. But still, as like a 16, 17-year-old, put up those numbers and then was invited over to the QMJHL this year. And he's doing okay there. I think he has a low goals against average, but his save percentage is like 89, 90, I'm pretty sure. But that's a high scoring league, the Q, right? A lot of those players just abandon defense and go balls to the wall. 8:07, and the Americans give it up to the Czechs, and oh! No penalty there? Okay. They were... I don't think it was a penalty, but again, I'm used to the IIHFs calling that a freaking holding call or a hook. Oh, okay, offside. I was like, wait, did they call that? Offside for the Czechs. And we're going to a TV timeout. I would have been so pissed if I was playing in that league. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, the Q is... It's my least favorite CHL league. The WHL is where it's at. And I'm not even biased because I grew up in Prince George, British Columbia, that had like the Prince George Cougars. And then I moved to Victoria, which had, you know, a WHL team as well. It's growing up, it was a tougher league. Today, it's still a tougher league. And I feel like it best prepares the guys for the NHL or the pros. Whereas the Q, dude, the amount of 80 to 100 point guys I see in the Q can't even sniff the NHL, let alone the AHL, is crazy, right? Whereas the OHL is kind of a balance of the two. OHL is a little bit more high scoring, a little bit more tougher. But you know, I'm from out west, man. I like the WHL. The travel for the dub is so much crazier too than obviously the OHL and in Quebec, because they're traveling all the way to Saskatchewan. So it's like, oh, and the Czechs get a penalty here. Oh, that's fucked. That's bad, dude. Too many men. Oh my God, many men. Bro, the DJ should have played that song in the arena. I'm sorry. That was a swing and a miss for the in-house DJ. They got to play some 50 Cent when there's too many men on the ice. No, oh, the Latvian league. You found your little niche as a goal scorer in this little watch league, and fucking Wall just shows up at 17. Right. No, okay, I got you. Yeah, you're like top shit in this Latvian league, right? Getting all the honeys because you're the top goal scorer. Then this random 16, 17-year-old fucking stops everything. It's like a 96 save percentage is unheard of in hockey, right? Like, unless you're in the Latvian men's league and you're, you know, a talented prospect. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, I bet he stole some grown-ass men's girls. Sorry, she want to leave with real hockey player. Not a bum like you. 7:31 on the clock, and the States are back on the power play. The United States, by the way, 1 for 3 on the power play. Let's see if they can seal the deal here in this game. And again, being undisciplined is what hurt the Czechs against Sweden. They took, I think, 9 penalties in that game. 5 were in the third period. Now, too many men here. This is, you know, they are shooting themselves in the foot, but not the most egregious. Here comes Boyum, right side, missing on the one-timer for the Americans. 1 minute on the clock. Boyum back to Perot, backdoor slot, and just goes wide. That was a beautiful, beautiful tic-tac-toe play. Left side for the Americans, back to Boyum shot. That goes up and to the right. Americans still have it. 45 seconds, some tired legs here by the Czechs now. Man, the Americans move the puck so well. Slot, they just haven't been hitting the net. Dude, there's like 2 opportunities for the Americans there. I was just going to say, hit the net. 2 opportunities for the Americans there. Oh, and that is blocked by an American unintentionally there. A penalty? No way. He owes coach some push-ups. Again. Maybe some, I can't say the word on YouTube. Going full Herb Brooks again. All right, no penalty here. I was gonna say, if they called that on the Czechs, bro, like the refs got money on the Americans, because like that was just a hard hockey play. You know what I mean? 6:17 on the clock, 25 seconds. That punishment turned me into a 5-hole sniper. I love it. It's just so cool that you played hockey at a pretty high level, Patty the Fatty. Rink wide shot for the net, rebound by Hrabal, but the Americans can't put this one home. Battling forward in the corner right here. Czechs desperately trying to kill off the penalty and get this out. They got some tired legs out there. Back 5-on-5, only 2 shots on net for the Americans. They could have had fucking 5, but c'est la vie, as they say in the QMJHL. The Americans still have it, though, and Hudson comes in the right side. Nice hit by the Czechs in the corner. They get it free. Can they get it out of the zone? And they do get it out of the zone, but this might be icing. Nope, retrieved by the Americans. Czechs get a partial change. 5:21 on the clock. The Americans send it around. We got a couple broken sticks out there on the ice. Come on, ref, pick those up. And here comes the Czechs on the left side. Cross ice pass to no one as number 12 from the Czechs skated off for a change. So many sticks. And the Americans send that back in the zone. Oh, this is tough for the goaltender to play the puck when there's so many sticks behind the net, bro. Here come the Americans. Shot. Nice glove save by Hrabal. Right side for the Czechs. Back to the Americans. Center. 4 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock. Shit clock's ticking, Rick. And Gabe Perreault scores! 3-1 lead with 4 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock. That is the dagger, ladies and gentlemen. That is the dagger, and that should seal it for USA. It was so fun. I wish I grew up in this area where the headhunting is mostly gone and the smaller guys actually get a look. Let's go! No, Scott, we had a whole third period left, buddy. But the Americans just scored. Let's go, let's go, let's go. AMAC, what fight are we on now? The Ryan Davis, Ty Evans? Wow. 4 minutes and 23 seconds on the clock, and it is a 2-goal game. I've seen crazier things happen in hockey. USA, USA. I've seen crazier things happen in hockey, but it seems like the Americans have this one. Shot in front of Augustine, and Augustine forced to make a save, and we're going to have a face-off in the American zone. Oh, Ryan Leonard got the goal. Maybe I thought it was Gabe Perreault, but Ryan Leonard getting the goal. Let's go. And, of course, they have to take a TV timeout now. They got to get them commercials in. Oh, man, what a game. What a game. What a fun chat here. It's been absolutely buzzing. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out. All right, TV timeout, guys. Play in this era? Is that coming from a Robbie Shrimp burner? Play in this era? Oh, Cosmo talking about Patty the Fatty. He's a little bit old. He's my age. You know, we ain't no spring chickens, Even 10 years ago, smaller guys didn't get a chance to play. Good to see you, Cosmo. Although Cosmo looks like he's straight out of the 80s. Beautiful profile picture there. Clayton Wilson. Oh, damn. Okay. My bout order is wrong, but I imagine there's a few more fights left, so. Cool. We'll jump over there in a few minutes, buddy. Thank you so much for the updates. I really appreciate it, by the way. This just shows how much of an MMA junkie I am, guys. I literally paid $10 to watch probably like three fights. Mine too. Yeah, I was just looking on Kaposa's and here we go. Hrabal is looking to get out of the net here. He was about halfway to the bench when the Americans now force the puck down the ice. And here comes the Czechs, and Hrabal's going to the bench, ladies and gentlemen. Right side for the Czechs. Czechs, blue line, back to the right side. Can they get one more here? They're up a man. They pulled the goalie. And a centering feed to the Americans, and they send it down the ice. No icing. Oliver Moore loses it, and here comes the Czechs up the left side. 3 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. And centering it, here's the Czechs. Shot. And a miscue there. The Americans up the left side. And are we going to have offside? Oh, never mind. Sakura with the penalty. And the Canadian crowd is cheering. That's the guy who his knee got messed up in the last game. The crowd is cheering. Dude, these Canadians, savages. Savages, bro. Absolute savages. Absolute savages. Anyways, here we go. One last power play for the States. I mean, this does it, guys. If there was any hope for the Czechs, it is gone now. 2 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock. Two minutes and 36 seconds on the clock. The Americans have it. USA left side. And Buyam to the right. Shot. Tough angle there for the Americans. They don't get that in. Who do they think they are? Finland? Lot of time left. Not done yet. 2 minutes on the clock and the Americans are up one. Yeah, it's done, brother. It's done. The Czechs might get one. No, the Czechs go into the box, yeah. On a little late push here by Buyam on Zelitsky. I don't think they're going to call anything there. Yeah, I didn't see the ref's hand go up at the end of that last call, so that's why I thought it was a just an offside. But alas. Look, man, the Czechs played a good game. That late penalty burned them. Fucking rights, AMAC. Let's go. It's a fucking party, brother. Let's go. I'm pumped. I have it on screen right now. I got it on screen right now. Can't wait, AMAC. Can't wait. Oh, there's a timeout. I was like, 15 seconds, bro. By the way, big shout out to everybody joining. Don't forget to smash that like button. There's 30 people watching. Smash that like button. Let's get it to 20. Don't forget to vote in the poll question. Who wins gold? Finland or USA? Let me know in the live chat. And a big shout out to everybody who's been hanging out with us. A big shout out to everybody who's been watching here today. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys. Back-to-back games. And tomorrow we'll be back for the bronze medal game, which is seemingly looking to be the rematch between the Czechs and Sweden, where it was a really, really good game, guys. It was a really, really good game. The the Czechs, quite frankly, shot themselves in the foot in that one. It took way too many penalties. Czechs with the empty netter. They have it on the blue line. 1 minute and 49 seconds on the clock. And a nice shot by Jurček, stopped by Augustine. 49 seconds left in the U.S. power play. 1 minute and 46 seconds remain in this game. And again, AMAC, thank you so much for the updates on what's going on that card, buddy. I seriously really appreciate it. What would I do without you, brother? What would I do without you? Hey, dude, Vendetta, it's my absolute pleasure, brother. I'm glad that you are as into it as I am. It's the greatest tournament in sports. Greatest tournament in sports. Canada's out of it, and I'm still smiling, brother. This has been such a fun day of hockey. Such a great day of hockey. Centering pass by the Czechs. The Americans get it, and it's a foot race. It's a foot race. Czech gets back to it, and they're going to say icing. honestly, they've been kind of inconsistent with these icings. But no, thank you, Vendetta, for joining. And everybody in the live chat here. Really appreciate you guys. Like I said, Hoppy and I are meeting tomorrow. Depending on how I feel, it might not be in person because I got, if you guys can't hear, fighting something over here. But we are going to meet tomorrow and get some plans together for membership-only content / streams on this channel. So thank you so much to Scott for literally building the memberships here. Vendetta and Sean Cosgrove. Vendetta and Sean Cosgrove are the two OG members of the channel. And I really appreciate the support. Puck trickling in, and the state score! There we go! Oliver Moore seals the deal 4-1 USA! Oh, Freebird is one of the best goal songs. One of the best goal songs, man. World Juniors over the Minnesota High School Hockey State Tournament over the Cup Final. So Minnesota High School Hockey State Tournament and World Juniors are very close for me. World Juniors, they take it just a little bit. But I love going to the Minnesota High School Hockey Tournament. It's one of my favorite events to go to every year. But Cosmo, I would say I agree. World Juniors and the state tourney are very close, but there's just something special about the World Juniors, man. That's just so hard to describe. Like I get goosebumps right now, just like, you know, being able to cover this thing. It's truly incredible. It sucks that Oliver Moore is a freaking Chicago draft pick, though. Sorry, Ollie. By the way, Hoppy and I sat down with Oliver Moore. For those who want to check it out, by the way, Hoppy, Joe Smith, beat writer for The Athletic, myself, had the pleasure of sitting down with a few of the Gopher players who came to World Junior Camp. Matthew Wood, who was cut. God damn it, Canada. What are you thinking? And Brody Zemer and Oliver Wood. And we sat down with them a week before their training camp. So check it out. I just put the link in the chat. 41 seconds on the clock. The Czechs, can they score one for pride? Blocked by the Americans. 35 seconds on the clock. Conley feeds that back. 30 seconds. And it looks like we're going to have the rematch between the United States and Finland in the gold medal game, ladies and gentlemen. 15 seconds left. Czechs one final rush. 10, 9, 8, 7, and the Americans have it offside, of course. Of course. I posted the link in the live chat here, guys, for the Gophers interview that we did with Oliver Moore, Brody Zemer, and Matthew Wood. And this next link that I'm posting is I'm going to be jumping over to that channel right after this to stream some Alabama mixed martial arts. 5 seconds. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The United States are going to the gold medal game for the second year in a row. They took out the Swedes last year, and they're aiming to get revenge against the Finns this year. Great game, great hockey. Oh my goodness. And Freebird playing again. What an amazing goal song, ladies and gentlemen. What an amazing goal song. Absolutely love it. All right, guys. Hard out on this one. We're going to go watch some Alabama mixed martial arts on my second channel, The City Life Project. But tomorrow, join us. Join us, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow. Sweden, Czechia for the bronze medal game at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Join us for the gold medal game, Finland versus the United States, 6 or 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll have those streams up tomorrow. Thank you to everybody who has joined us here tonight. You guys are awesome. Shout out to the Czech kids. You guys played a hard game, but the Americans pulled through. Can I get a USA? USA in the live chat, ladies and gentlemen, before we hang up the skates. Back tomorrow for more World Junior Hockey, ladies and gentlemen. And for those who are staying up, yo, Chris Gay, we're going to be streaming on City Life right now. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're streaming on City Life right now, but we'll be back for hockey tomorrow, my man. Thank you all for joining. Subscribe to the Sota Pod. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the tournament, guys. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the tournament, and I know we can get there. Back tomorrow for more hockey. Back in 5 minutes for MMA on the City Life Project YouTube channel. So we'll see you there, dog. Thank you guys so much for joining. Appreciate you all. Greatest tournament in sports. We'll be back tomorrow for the medal games. Thank you all for joining, and we will see you on the next one. Peace. I'm out of here.